What is happening here? The Queen of Cups is the heart of your reading, the underlying energy rather, and then the Page of Wands. Okay, some of you guys are really craving some fun, really craving to go out and enjoy life. Like, because vices, taboo, things that are not necessarily acceptable in the eye of society. Sex is one of the things that comes up. Some of you guys are really lusting after somebody, but I kind of get this vibe that this is a lot of sexual energy, sexual tension that is building up between you and an individual, and there's now the kickoff. Okay, now I kind of get this vibe that there's a King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius around you, but this could be you guys really feeling confident in yourself, really vibing, having parties, doing you, having more fun, and you guys could be also going after your own passions and things like that. The Queen of Cups, that's someone that you're connecting with on a soul level or an emotional level, and you guys are having lots of fun in that soulful level. Like, you guys are connecting in great ways, having a lot more fun, enjoying your time together. There's some sort of light flirting here, but I kind of get this vibe that that there is something between you two. There's something between you two that you either feel like is wrong, or you're not necessarily going after, or maybe you're obsessing over somebody. Now, the devil can also indicate there may be a toxic situation or a toxic relationship. And I don't mean toxic as in somebody's being horrible, but how the behavior in the relationship isn't necessarily the healthiest, right? Maybe somebody, there's a lot of arguments, there's a lot of, back and forth that doesn't necessarily help grow the relationship at all. But at the same time, maybe you guys don't feel like you can apart yet, because even though there's a lot of unhealthy behavior between the two, you guys are really connected. Okay, so there's a lot going on. The romance may be one of the things that's going on around here. Maybe we're missing some romance, we're missing some passion. I want to see what the devil's trying to tell us here. Why is the devil in the heart of the reading here for Gemini? Why is the devil coming up for Gemini? Because of the Six of Swords. What? Because Six of Swords can talk about moving on, traveling. Getting over it. That's what the Six of Swords is all about. Seeing something, moving on from the past and embracing an optimistic and open possible future. What is this? Why is the Six of Swords coming out for the devil? The Star. It did come out with a bunch of other cards, but I wasn't sure. So, all right. Okay. So I kind of get this vibe that it's weird. It's almost like the relationship that you're in, maybe not necessarily the healthiest. You guys are not getting along very well, or somebody's not really contributing to the relationship. I don't know if this is straight up codependency, but I'm not getting any codependent vibes, so I'm not really going to go there. But what I am going to say is that you're moving on from it. Like, you're emotionally, like, you're ready to find better opportunities, better things for your time, better things here, better things that. Because the Star is right where you're going. You're headed towards the Star, a new possibility. You're manifesting something new. Some of you guys are out of a relationship. Some of you guys are moving on from a difficult relationship, or a relationship that was pretty unhealthy and kind of toxic. Some of you guys are in a current relationship and you're moving on, you're just moving on a very mental and soulful level. And it's about, and you're creating a new reality. You're going after new things, even though you're in a relationship with somebody. Or, like I said, you guys may not be in a relationship with somebody. You guys are striving for new things and leaving it behind. And you guys were having some fun. You either met somebody that was a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is you guys. Or this is you. And you found this person extremely attractive. Like, this person is very alluring. And I think that the thing that's amazing about this individual is that they have their spotlight on you. Or you are like the center of attention in some regard. Somebody sees you. Somebody notices you. Like, you're not definitely going to be, like, dodging nobody because they got their eye on you. Somebody's watching you. Now, I don't mean this in, like, a really creepy way, but look at the Page of Cups. Like, somebody's looking at you, notices you, And there's someone that's got their little cup out, hanging it out, like, hey, I want to express something. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, King of Swords. Whoo! I wasn't lying. All right, I wasn't lying. You guys have the Two of Cups here, so there's definitely soulmate energy around you guys. Somebody that definitely recognizes you. Someone that definitely sees you. They see you. And it's your boo thing. It could be an Aquarius. It could be a Libra or another Gemini. Okay. All right. There we go again with this camera. All right, family. But if there's somebody that got their eye on you, the King of Swords, this is your soulmate. Could be, okay, it doesn't have to be a straight up soulmate. It could be that this is someone that's very similar to you. It could be a team member. It could be someone that you know. But they have very similar vibes about them. Have a lot of fun. They're very logical. They're very charismatic. They're very intelligent. The King of Swords is a very smart dude. And it doesn't have to be a male, family. The kings don't have to come up to be males. Queens don't have to be males. It could be any gender that comes up that resonates with your life specifically. But you have someone that definitely notices you. And they are, I don't want to say rigid, but the King of Swords can be very, can be very focused on what he believes. And I mean he as in the card, the king. He can be very focused on what he believes and what he sees and not necessarily consider changing his view. But he doesn't shut it down. You know what I mean? He doesn't shut it down. Like, it's not like, he won't make you feel like shit for having a certain, way of thinking. But this person's also very cautious and very careful of themselves. They don't want to put themselves out there either, really. The King of Swords, he's brave. He will always put up a fight. But it's always because he's been through so much. He doesn't know what is fun and kind of cool and what isn't. And needs definitely to defend himself. And with the fact that the King of Wands is somebody that's fun, that's attractive, that's alluring, then straight up to the King of Swords, I kind of feel like this may not necessarily be the person that you're talking, be the person itself, their characteristic of being serious and very aggressive. You may have had some sort of an aggressive time with them, but they were in some way. They make you feel good about you. They make you feel all confident in yourself. And at the same time, it could be that this person is very fun and very attractive, and you see them as your person. You see this person as your boo thing. The devil doesn't have to necessarily mean that there's a toxic relationship. It can also indicate that there is a strong connection that ties both of you together. Something that draws you two together. It could be the fun. It could be the time that you guys spend together. It could be that the looks, sex. It could be something that keeps you two tied together. It could be deeper, right? It could be something spiritual. But I kind of get this vibe that there is something really attracting you both. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. But I kind of get this feeling that this sort of connection makes you kind of weak in the knees. Like, some of y'all are like, ooh, this person really gets me really excited. This person really makes me interested, And look at that. The Ace of Pentacles is coming up in the future, right? Like, there's a potential for something to, grow into a stable relationship. Where one applies themselves. The Ace of Pentacles is definitely talking about the promise of building something of, longevity. Now, I'm not going to say that this is the straight up promise, right? Because anything can happen, and this is your future, this is your energy, this is what you create. So you don't have to have this if you don't want it. But I kind of get this vibe that there is something coming in that does require long-term work, the long-term commitment. So why do we have the 5 of Cups and your best path to follow? Well, I kind of get this vibe that you guys are already seeing the situation from a very positive view. And to prevent yourself from, holding yourself back, continuing to see yourself from this view is a better idea. Instead of looking at what's wrong with the connection, figure out why you connect yourself so strongly with this person. looking at what connects you is probably what's going to connect you deeper and help you understand some things that you may not understand. Like, for instance, why this feeling so bad. Like, I kind of get this, like, it's too good to be not good, too good to be true, but it's so bad it feels good, but it's so good it's so bad. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like that. It's like, it's bad, it's attractive, it's a taboo, it's a no-no, but you want it even more. Like, everybody's looking at what is wrong with this, like why you can't have it, why you shouldn't want it, but you obviously want it, right? So it's like, instead of punishing yourself and like being no, understanding what it is probably would be the best option. If it's one of those situations that are coming up, because I kind of get that vibe with the Five of Cups there. Like, somebody is just like, I really want this, but I got something else here. Some of you guys may be afraid of losing or missing out on a certain opportunity. And I kind of feel like, instead of worrying about that, right, the Five of Cups is like, well, you have the opportunity now, so why not take it? You know? So don't worry about losing an opportunity that hasn't really been lost yet. But the Five of Cups is the Three of Cups that's fallen pre-exists, right? You've lost opportunities before. I don't think it has to be a repeat. It just really requires a shifting of focus. You may like a lot of attention from people. You may get a lot of attention from somebody. And this person specifically is making themselves known to you with the Page of Cups. They may have already expressed their feelings. They may have already said something about how they feel about you. Or they've already really extended a date offer. Maybe they want to get to know you a little bit more. Understand your personalities. Let's see what the Page of Cups is. Why is the Page of Cups coming up in the external energy? It's fine. Oh my. Oh, look at that. The Two of Swords. Difficult decisions to make. Or somebody's clearly trying to, like, not see the situation for how it truly is. Because if they do, they know they have to make a choice. So, yeah, I feel like the Page of Cups may be someone that's come in to offer you something. But you may not want to see it because it's like, you don't want to be mean. You don't want to be honest. Like, it's an overall, like, kind of like a really tough position that you're put in with that Page of Cups. And it could be that this person is just a straight up friend that you have connection with in a friendship level, and they want more, and you're like, I'm not really feeling it. Maybe this is like a BWF, or excuse me, an FWB. I always flip the freaking words, the letters rather. Like an FWB, friends with benefits, and like, they want to move forward in the relationship, and you're like, no. No. You're very detached in that regard. Like, you feel good. You get into sex. But you don't really want to move forward like that. You just kind of want something that's non-committal. Either that, or some of you guys may not be looking at your emotions because it was great to be that connected. It was great to have that kind of connection, but not really make it a thing, if that makes sense. Some of you guys may not necessarily want the world to know, or maybe you don't really want to be in a relationship because you don't, you like the sense of freedom. The King of Wands, freedom. Now, the King of Wands don't have a problem with being in a commitment. King of Swords, neither. The Queen of Cups is definitely falling in love with somebody. Somebody may be feeling like, even it could be you, Gemini. Maybe you want to extend something to someone, and the other person is kind of like, not sure what to do because they may have a certain way of being. I have no idea. But what I do know is that there's something here with the Page of Cups, some sort of offer of love, and somebody is having a hard time making the decision because they're not quite sure what the decision they honestly want to make. And that's a hard one. Honestly, for a Libra to Gemini, choices are difficult. So your hopes and fears are showing the Magician. I like that. I feel you guys want to feel more confident in the choices that you make. Feel like you can take any old tools that you got, cups, wands, swords, pentacles, and make something out of it. I feel like you guys want to believe in yourself enough to know, believe in yourself enough to go about manifesting a relationship. I don't think that you don't have feelings for the person, and I don't think the other person doesn't have feelings either. Because the Two of Cups usually talks about someone that feels the same exact way. But I do feel it with that Two of Swords. It's like there's indecision because there is a lack of information, or that there is, there's not a lot of trusting and following through with the real truth, with a truthful, honest decision. Like, what do you want? That is hard to accept because that requires you to believe in yourself. It requires you to believe in yourself and believe that you can manifest whatever you want. And that's why the Five of Cups may be coming up in your hopes and fears, because there's a lot of things that may have fallen through, a lot of broken-hearted dreams that, just crashed on the ground. But there's so many new opportunities, especially this one. And it's like, well, everything else has already destroyed itself. Everything else has already showed me that I can't make something happen. But they haven't. They've showed you things that, showed you how to improve it, how to make it better, what may need to be done differently to prevent all this. And there's an opportunity here with somebody, and with the Page of Cups, you're like, hey, I have a cup for you, and you're like, I don't know about this because of the things I've been through. So it seems like the King of Swords really could be you in the sense of defense, because you're not sure if you're able to extend your heart enough out there for it to possibly be broken again. Which doesn't have to go that way, because if you believe in your love, believe in the connection, believe that this truth that you have with this person and with yourself can manifest itself in a reality that does last a long time, if not forever. So I get that this Three of Pentacles coming up in your outcome, that to me looks like there's less you and your boo planning things out. Working together, figuring out how you guys can make this relationship work, and applying this energy, the Three of Cups here, using what you've learned from all these experiences to benefit this experience, the Two of Cups, the connection that you have right now. You've learned so much, you've come such a long way, and instead of holding back on a decision because you're not necessarily sure you trust or believe that this can be a future in which can happen, you can utilize what you've learned to make that even more of a reality, to even, give yourself more confidence in that direction, Gemini. So let's go ahead and see what the Power of Surrender card comes up with. I completely understand. Oh, see, surrender to success. It's not about feeling like, you're worried of loss. It's about, allowing yourself to just be open to great things coming in. You deserve it. Let's see. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at past roadblocks or difficulties. Don't do this. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities, family. And this is blatant. All right. Surrender to success. Let's see what the Whispers of Love has to say. Oh, wow. Forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past resentments. Jeez. So it's telling me two things, right? Don't letting the Three of Cups here. This is an opportunity for great happiness. You have a new opportunity just right behind you. It's just going to require you to shift your focus to see it, right? The Five of Cups is all about shifting the focus to see the Two Cups still remaining and the great possibilities that can come with it. And I feel like with the, forgiveness coming up, card of forgiveness and the surrender to success, these three things, those three cups are the representation of forgiving yourself, forgiving the situation, right? I feel like that's what it's going towards. Forgiving that part of forgiving that part of yourself that felt that pain, that makes it hard to shift your focus to success. But then allowing the opportunity for success to come in instead of guarding yourself from it because you're afraid of something bad happening and hurting yourself. You have a great manifestation power right now, especially in this season of Cancer. You have great manifestation energy.